Hey guys, so I decided to make a serious video for once, and it's something that, I personally went through, and now I'm trying to get other people to not do it. And so the topic of this video is self-harming. You know, it could be from burning yourself. Not like the fire challenge, that bullshit. You're just dumb. I'm sorry, you're just stupid if you're doing the fire challenge and you get every bit of what you deserve. Trying to fit into social media hipster coolness status. Yeah, no. But I'm talking about, cutting, like, all forms of just self mutilation. It's just not cool. I mean, it's it's hard to get over, and it's really hard to like stay away from it because it's just the rush you feel like and everything else that just gets your mind off of the pain that actually was bothering you in the beginning, and then you want to keep doing it because you think it's an escape when really you're just biting yourself in the ass because you're just causing more pain and unpleasant scarring. Now, I, I mean, I went through a rough patch this past um, October to I would say about now, really. My parents got divorced, and it was finalized yesterday. And so once I figured everything out and put two and two together, I kind of just lost my shit. But with counseling and throwing away my blades on my own, not even getting forced to, I threw them away on my own. I became like a much stronger person, and I feel so much better about everything because basically just to start feeling better is to stop that and then get help. I can't stress getting help enough because as much as I didn't want help, I, even if you can't afford it, just turn to like your best friend or a parent, or if you were like me and you didn't want to tell your parent, but number one, don't tell anyone at school. Word gets around, you'll get in all this bullshit, and then that's not worth it. Just tell a friend. Just be like, hey, had some issues. This happened. Yeah, they'll probably be upset. Well, I was devastated when I found out my friend did the same thing, but I mean, you gotta tell somebody because then it's when it becomes like a problem when you keep it to yourself and you're the only one that knows about your problems. Then it's not good to bottle anything up, really. But um, uh, the scarring is really not worth it. I constantly regret it. I am 17, like I've mentioned in the past, and as of right now, I'm applying to jobs, and it doesn't look professional when you have lines, just dreaded lines everywhere. I mean, shit, I would show you mine, but at this point, they're starting to fade a little bit. But one that hasn't really faded, and I really don't like showing, but this line right here, excuse my chub, but I have a line right here. That one was the deepest one I've had, and took like 5 minutes to get it to stop bleeding. That was the scariest thing. It's really not worth going to the hospital for. It's not worth dying over. None of that across the street, down the road. No, none of that. Just stop. I mean, it's hard enough to stop on your own, but when people are like, oh, you can't go across the street, that accomplishes nothing, go down the road. No. Do you know how many people who would actually take you seriously? Like, if someone was in a bad enough mental emotional state that they'll listen to the next person that said, like, oh, the sky's green. And they'd be like, whatever, and they'll believe it. Like, once they get to, like, believing anything and they hear that shit, I mean, the last thing I want to do is be responsible for that. Because you basically just told someone to go kill themselves. And that is not even close to being okay. I mean, next person that ever told me to go kill myself, I honestly probably would have rearranged their face. Because I don't take that shit. And you shouldn't either. So, I just would like everyone to take a moment and, like, actually think about what they're doing. Whether you're the one that's harming yourself, or you know someone who harms themselves, just go and talk to them today, or just sit down and, breathe, maybe have a deep cry, because I have noticed that if I actually get in, like, a deep enough cry, like, it actually just is, like, screaming almost, but it's, like, flushing all, like, the pain and everything out. It just makes me feel so much better. But I do suggest you spread the word, and maybe, who knows, maybe we could just start, a no-cutting revolution. Maybe we could just kind of just end this trend, and I don't know. I mean, my voice is as good as no one's if no one spreads the word to stop all of this. This is nonsense. I mean, come on, guys, get a grip. It's 2014. I mean, there's enough fucked up shit around us. We don't need to, like, add to, I mean, all the crazy shit that's out there. I mean, but, just talk to people, see how they are, and maybe you could save a life. And that's where I'm going to stop for right now. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my other videos.